Morning guys, I'm Siobhan, a second-year medical resident. Last night, I admitted a patient with a new stroke to the hospital. I've just seen a patient in the emergency department who's presenting with a stroke. This is a woman in her 70s who came in with a left facial droop, and her speech is a little bit slurred as well. Unfortunately, these symptoms started about 24 hours ago and she just came to the emergency department now, so there's not much we can do to reverse it, but instead we're going to work to improve her symptoms and prevent a future stroke. So I'm going to admit her to the hospital now. I'm interested to see how she's actually doing today. I'll be meeting with the speech and language pathologist as well as the dietitian to see if she's able to swallow properly or if the stroke has had a big impact on it. Christina?
Oh, hey Siobhan.
Good morning.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. So I was wondering if you had a chance to hear about the patient with the right MCA stroke who came in last night.
I did, yes. Yeah, I actually got a referral for her this morning.
Oh, okay, amazing. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to see her early on just because I've left her NPO for now. And I was actually wondering maybe I can be a part or like see the assessment and how it's done.
Sure.
Why don't you just tell us a little bit about what is an SLP?
Yeah, so an SLP stands for Speech Language Pathologist. So we are experts in communication, feeding and swallowing. And what we can do is we look at so many different aspects even from babies all the way up to adults of any age really.
Ah.
Yeah, so some of the things we do can be helping people with their speech, so all the sounds they make when they're speaking and how they're articulating their language, so how they understand and how they express themselves. In acute care medicine though, swallowing or dysphagia, which is the medical term for difficulty or disorder of swallowing, is primarily what we do.
Yes.
And then also some communication as well.
Yeah. But I find we're always chatting about the swallowing bit
every day. We are.
Okay, so for our patient then, can we sort of walk through the assessment before we actually go in and see her?
Sure. Yeah,
okay.
That would be fine, yeah.
Christina showed me part of the SLP assessment, which is similar to aspects of the medical exam, looking for facial symmetry, puffing out the cheeks to check cranial nerve number 7, and looking inside the mouth for dental health.
And then we move on to the fun part, which is looking at the different textures of food that they might have to eat. So
okay, this is what I'm most curious about because I've never actually seen it. We always talk about it.
So the general principle is that thicker fluids go down slower and are easier to swallow. The thickest is pudding, the next is honey thick, not actually honey, just the texture of honey, nectar thick, and then regular thin fluids like water. Then we try solid foods. The easiest to swallow is pureed foods like pudding or yogurt because you don't need to chew it. Then minced textures like egg salad, soft foods like cheese and bread, and then regular solids like a cracker. Last, you try a mix of textures, solids and liquids, things like this fruit cocktail or cereal with milk.
Okay, so not the best, eh?
it wasn't the best, no. So we were only able to give a very small amount because it looked like her swallowing was very impaired.
Yeah.
So my recommendation would actually be to do a video fluoroscopic swallow study, or a modified barium swallow, so we can actually do an x-ray of her throat and see exactly how she's swallowing and if there's any exercises I could maybe give or any strategies we could try to use to help the safety of her swallow,
Okay, so I'll go put the order in the computer now.
That would be great.
Do you want to call down and maybe we can see?
Sure, maybe we can get her in for this afternoon.
Exactly what I was thinking.
We're gonna try.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hi, it's Christina from Speech Pathology. Yeah, I was wondering if you could fit in a video swallow for this afternoon.
Before the video swallow, I'm heading down to the hospital kitchen with Christina and Alisha, the dietitian. They both need to stock up with some food supplies before their assessments this afternoon.
Elegance. Okay.
places I've never been in a hospital before. It's really cool.
Yep, so we have 3 different types of barium that we use. The first one is a powdered barium. Did you want to try to mix it?
Oh yeah.
Sure. You just put it 1 scoop in.
Okay, how big? Is this
Just
good?
just about like that, yeah.
That's good? Okay.
That's perfect.
I'm putting that in.
Yep, and then you mix it up. So the other one that we use is the paste. We would just put a little bit on the tip of a cookie.
On the tip of a cookie?
Just the tip of a cookie.
Like that?
Perfect.
Ah,
Yeah, so we
okay.
take a bite of that. And the barium allows us to be able to actually see the food on the x-ray.
Right. Should I try it?
Sure.
I'm nervous. I'm actually nervous.
It's not bad. It's just a little bit chalky. Yeah, it's a little bit, and this will be a little bit sticky. You might like to try the thicker fluids if you'd like,
You know
or
what?
some liquid barium. It's
At
up to
the
you.
end of the day, if I'm sending patients down for this, so I order people to go and get this done, so I should probably taste it. Okay. Okay.
It's not too bad.
No, I mostly taste the cracker, to be honest.
Cracker, yeah.
Yeah, it just looks
There's
kind
a
of
little
scary,
bit,
but
yeah.
it's actually not.
It's not too bad.
That's good.
And then we also assess thin fluids. So here we use the liquid barium. And then we would mix it with thin fluid water. And then that's how we would test thin fluids on the x-ray.
Which is the thing we're really interested in for our patient, right?
Often, often
Yeah.
most people want to know if they can consume thin fluids, so
Yeah.
that's the best one to try.
In order to stay in the room and watch the video swallow test, we need to put on lead aprons to protect ourselves from the radiation of the machine. While watching the test, it's clear that our patient isn't swallowing well. Fluid is slipping down into her lungs, and it's not even causing her to cough. Plus, we can see fluid collecting in the back of her throat, which is also dangerous. Definitely not what we were hoping to see.
So I'd recommend keeping her in PO, and then maybe we should refer to the dietitian to try to figure out a different way for her to get nutrition. And then I'll try to give her some exercises, and we can try to rehabilitate her swallow.
It's not what we wanted. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks for letting me know.
Absolutely. Thank
Okay,
you. Bye.
see ya. All right, so now that we know that it's a non-functional swallow, at this point, probably the best bet is going to be an NG tube, a nasogastric tube that actually will put nutrition right into the stomach and bypass the swallowing. But I'm going to need to get consent from the family and the patient and just discuss the risks and benefits. So let's do that now, and then we'll try to get in touch with Alisha, she's our dietitian, to chat more about what kind of feeds and nutrition to give. Alright, so we went through the risks and benefits, and the patient and the family, really, they understand that this is hopefully something temporary to get nutrition while she's sort of recovering from this stroke. So I'm gonna grab the supplies, and then we'll go and insert it. Okay, luckily that went in pretty easily. So I'm just gonna go and order a portable x-ray to come up here, and then we can see the placement. And this is critical because we wanna always make sure that that tube went into the stomach and not into the lungs. You can imagine that putting feeds into the lungs is very dangerous and can actually be deadly. So yes, this x-ray is super important, so let's do that. Okay, the x-ray's not here yet, but in the meantime, let's go find Alisha and chat with her about some of the nutritional requirements that this patient's gonna have. Oh, hey Alisha. Hey. Hey, how's it going?
Not bad, how are you?
Good. Did Christina have a chance to chat with you about the patient with the right MCA stroke?
Yeah, unfortunately non-functional swallow.
Yeah, non-functional, yeah.
I actually reviewed her chart already. I was just about to go see her.
Oh, amazing. That's actually great timing. Do you mind if I come with you?
Sure.
Okay, that would be great.
She looks a little malnourished.
Me too.
And from what her husband was saying, she wasn't eating well for the past couple months. I'm very concerned about her risk of refeeding, unfortunately.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna have to look into her labs, and we might have to order a couple more.
Yeah, I did extended lights this morning, so hopefully we can take a look at that.
That's really good.
And we can kind of together figure out how much blood work you want to be doing.
Yeah. I think I actually have an idea of what kind of tube feed I want to use already.
Hey, okay, good. She's the expert, I will learn. Okay. So what are we gonna do for this lady? So she's got the NG tube in now,
Yep.
and we just need to figure out the right feeds for her.
Okay then. So usually I look at the past medical history and all of her lab work too.
Okay, so we can take a look at the labs, and as you know, she's a diabetic. So from my side, I'm most concerned about just keeping her sugars in check while she's getting those feeds. So what do you think is best? Okay, so this one has less carbs.
Yeah, it has less carbs, and the carbs are slow release. It also has some fiber.
Okay, so it's like your full meal, basically.
Exactly. Carbohydrates, fat, protein, multivitamins.
Cheers! She can have you could have some. Oh, that's really good. I think I like the vanilla part.
So there's this last one that I want you to try.
Okay.
It's called Magic Cup.
Magic cup.
And the magic is that it stays pudding thick at room temperature.
Oh, nice.
So it's like an ice cream. We freeze it, and patients really like it, but it's safe.
Yeah.
Because ice cream melts to liquid at room temperature.
Oh, and then you can aspirate, right?
Exactly.
Hey, this is smart. Okay.
So, a lot of people really like it.
All right. Magic. Let's see what this is like. This really seems like dessert. Wow. Actually, a lot of these things taste like dessert.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an incentive, right? To actually keep eating it.
And when we have our patients that are very underweight and have lost weight and they don't have a large appetite, these are really good because they have a lot of nutrition packed into a small container.
That makes sense. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just want to keep eating this.
And who doesn't want to eat dessert?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I've been trying to cut down on the dessert, so this feels like a big treat today. So as we're talking, I'm just like...
You're getting all your nutrition.
Nice. So now I know there are snacks and yummy things stashed all around the hospital. Shh, don't tell anyone I said that. So, what do you find? Like, do you find that people like these, that they want to drink them, or?
Not really. A lot of people don't
Really?
really want to drink them. Yeah.
I don't quite get that. So I've also heard that, and that's why I was kind of expecting it not to taste that great, but they taste like dessert. They're really good. So I don't know. I'd be interested. Like, have any of you guys actually tried it? Not wanted to eat it? Let us know in the comments below, because I'm legitimately interested. You know, how do we get people to get this nutrition into them? Okay, so now that I've sort of sampled everything, let's make an affirm plan for our patient. Okay, we've got a plan to start the diabetic low-carb feeds as soon as the x-ray confirms the placement of the feeding tube. And then we'll monitor her electrolytes closely over the next few days. Okay, let's check if that x-ray result is up yet and see about the NG tube placement. Hopefully it's the right place. Oh, great. We can see the feeding tube coming straight down into the stomach, which means that it's in the right place and we can start running the feeds. All right, so at this point, our patient has the NG tube down. We've got the feeds officially running now, and we need to make a plan moving forward. So what do you think?
So I'll continue to follow her for sure. We'll do some swallowing exercises and maybe reassess in a week or two and see how much improvement there's been.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, and I'll continue to watch her for the refeeding process and support her nutritional status.
Okay, excellent. So chat tomorrow and then we can see where we're at? Okay, but
Overall, I just really want to thank you guys for such a wonderful day. I have learned a ton, and it's been so much fun to get to see the assessment firsthand. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, where you get to see different professions at work, give this video a like and then comment below because we would love to hear what you have to say. Otherwise, we'll be chatting with you next week. So, bye for now.